Hello, and welcome to flipping through this Houseki no Kuni illustration booklet that was given along with Volume 7, or a special edition of Volume 7. It is the same size as the Japanese books for Houseki no Kuni, and it also contains it contains some of the first illustrations that are in the bigger illustration book. See this one? So it contains a lot of the same illustrations, or the first couple ones. So it has a lot of the covers and stuff like that. The cover wraps around like this, and the inside of the cover. This is one thing I forgot to show with this one actually, but the inside of the cover has some of the rocks on them, and I believe they have them labeled too for the sketches. Sketches are kind of cool, and then the full cover sleeve. This is it. Very cool. And there's also little imprints on the cover as well. I'm not sure if that can be seen on camera, but some parts of it come off, which creates a very interesting texture to hold. Similar to the gold flakes on this bigger one. Let's see. Since this one's out, I also forgot to, if you saw the other video going over the artwork in this book, I also forgot to show the inside of the cover for this one. So I'm just going to do that right now, even though this isn't the book that was being shown here. But if you take off the cover sleeve, you actually see the sketch of what the cover is. Kind of hard to see all of it, but yeah, which is very cool. Oops. So yeah, and then it has all the information on the spine. Back to our regular scheduled program with the other book. Once I get this in. Alright. So with this one, it contains the full covers from, I believe this is volume 6, right? Yeah, so it goes from 1 to 6, and it was released with 7. Could be wrong. Yeah, no, wait. This is 4, this is 5, this is 6. Yes, okay, I can count. Alright, so it starts off with Foss here. And then there's these ones. And the paper is a lot thicker than the other book, so that's interesting. Just has a different paper thickness texture. And these are all these illustrations are in the bigger one too, which I believe it's easier to get the bigger one, and the bigger one has more stuff. And I think, depending on where you find it, there might be the same price. So, if you're interested in getting this one, but the artwork is really cool, and I like seeing it in the. I don't know which one's the original size, but yeah, it's cool. What's interesting with this one is the dots are the little dogs in the story. The Shido, the dog. So this is Karen, Gorm, Melon, Sven. I don't really know how to say their name that correctly, but yes. And then a lot of them are some colored pages from the manga as well. So here's colored pages from volume 7, I believe. Maybe. This is volume 1. Fully. This is volume 2, the full spread. Turning pages. This is volume 3, the full spread. Let's see if we can count. Volume 4, the full spread. Volume 5. Volume 6. Full spread, and we see Sven Peridot and Karen Gorm. And then these, I figured out what these were. So if you watched my video where I went over this one, these ones, I figured out what they were, because I didn't know where these images were coming from or what they were from. And I realized that they are actually the behind the page of this one. Let me get 2 out. I did have this out before, but see if I get 2 out. And these, it's not this way in the Japanese one, so that's why. But I was wondering what those images were and where they came from, but now I know. So if you take off the like top cover of the Japanese ones, like I said, and I believe these are in the back of the English ones, so they do have them in the English ones, but they're just kind of there. So I was just wondering where the actual images is from. So this is the back cover of the other volumes. See, I think they're actually a little different. I might not be. I'm not sure. But if we go over to the art book, so that's true. So yeah, so that's this one right here. So these are the full colored versions of these ones. And so that's where these are coming from, and I had no idea. That answers my question. But they're also, I believe, in the back of the English ones, since English is just printed on like this and doesn't have a cover sleeve. So in case you were curious like me and had no idea where they were coming from, but now you know. Now I'm just gonna slip this back in casually. I don't like. It's interesting because I think like they are like different versions of the set of the cover, but I don't really know how it relates exactly. But the artwork is cool. That's what we like to see in Ichikawa's work. So yeah, so this is ones, this is twos that we just saw. This is threes, this is fours. And so it's interesting, like the difference between the back of the covers, back of the, like, how do I say this? Back of the cover sleeves and the actual cover sleeves themselves, and how the images change for that. Like, see, we hear, like, for 3, we see, like, a Lunarian making off of, like, boss's hand or something, so it's interesting. So this was, it's 4. So this is a 5, I can count. This is 6. And so these are the insides of the actual volumes. And these are the gems, like by themselves, the gem rocks. Yes. And then here is just a spread of all the images that are in this art book. And down here is actually an interview with Ichikawa. Not really an interview. This is Ichikawa writing about just little comments for each one of the drawings. I'm not sure if this is translated anywhere, but I can give the basis of what it's for some of them. So most of them are just little comments. She talked about how she thinks drawing bubbles is cool, or how she draw the bubbles there. For one of the covers, she just said that the place where the title goes and the place where the like description goes, like the forbidden, like no draw zone, basically. I'm very much paraphrasing. This is not exact words, but I thought that was pretty interesting. I believe she said that she drew these specifically for the card game, I think. I'm not sure, because I didn't take the time to really try to know exactly what she was saying down here. What are some other weird things? Oh, she mentioned that the dots in the background of this one are the Shiro ones, just noting that little detail, which I didn't notice when I first saw that image, like, just around. But once I like actually had the print in front of me, I was like, oh, it's the little doggos. That's really cool. Let's see. Yeah, most of them were just like small comments. Like she was like, oh, this needs more color or something like that. Um, yeah, and just describing where they were, like saying which volume it's in and that and stuff like that. Um, yes. So that's that, and then there's this in the back, which is the doggos again, kind of like a little pattern. Whoops, my hair. Sorry, hair reveal. Yeah. See here the little doggos, and then it's a pattern. And then I'm not sure if this came with this one, but there's also this card of lovely boss, lovely, very mentally fine boss. Anyway, that's basically it for this illustration book. I just wanted to flip through it for any of you who hadn't seen it or didn't know what artworks were inside. It is very nice. Like the book itself is very nice. It's very small, like compared to the big chungus big art book. And then this one is like the paper quality is also different from the big one. The other one's more glossier, and this one is more matte and is more sturdier paper. I'm not sure if anyone cares about this. I just thought it was interesting and just wanted to show you guys this cool book that I didn't see as much information online. And I think if I tilt it like this, you can see the little glossy of the cover and the texture of it. It's very cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching.